No excuses, period. Do not allow you or your staff to make excuses. They get in the way of achievement. Simply remove them from the equation. Quick story on this note. We have a system in our office called Golden Gate. It's the back-end system. It controls everything for us. It's our CRM, it's our sales management, it's our accounting, it's our bookkeeping, it's our reporting, it's all of this stuff. We built it ourselves 7 years ago, and it's very old now. It's long in the tooth, and it's got problems. But when you have proprietary software, it's very hard to change proprietary software. But we tried. We called it Golden Gate 3. My IT manager was in charge of the project. We had a huge launch day, and he calls me and says, I can't come in. I said, why? He said, my dog got eaten by a coyote last night. Now, he lives out in the country, an hour drive from my office in Dallas. I said, I don't give a damn about that dog getting eaten by a coyote. Get your ass into the office. Now, you guys might call me crazy. You might call me inhuman. You might call me rotten. I operate under a no excuse policy. That's for everybody, not just for me. You need to do the same thing in your office. Sounds harsh. Guy came in, guess what he did? He came in. You know the deal. You've said no, you said it's okay to your employees before. They never come in. You said get your butt to work, they come in. He came in, I thanked him, I actually hugged him. I said, I'm sorry about your dog. Thank you for coming in. I'm sorry for the impact for your family, but we're rolling something here. We're doing something here. Your decision to not come in impacts 30 people in this office and tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars. No excuse policy. It's the only suggestion I have for you on this. Don't be weak. Be tough on that. Number 9, stay out of false positive, the most dangerous possible place to live. What is false positive? It's when you catch yourself thinking that you are doing better than you are. Right? It's the neighbor that just bought the new fancy car. It's your relative that just bought a house and you're scratching your head saying, how the heck can they afford that? I make more money than they make. How could they possibly afford that? It's the new big boat. Look, in the towing business, maybe it's the 75-ton rotator that your competitor just bought, and you're like, that guy didn't have the business. I got police contracts, and I can't afford a 75-ton rotator. How did this guy just do that? False positive is the absolute most dangerous place that gets in the way of you staying connected to your grit. Stay out of false positive. But in order to stay out of false positive, you have to give yourself a situation in which you can reevaluate how you're doing so that you can see the needle of net worth moving. Because at the end of the day, folks, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to accumulate. Our business is supposed to accumulate more net worth for us. It's net worth that comes in cash. It's net worth that comes in equity from our equipment or the property that we have purchased, or from the cars that we have impounded and we've just decided to scrap out or part out. Those are equity builds. And at the end of the day, after a certain period of time, we need to have equity builds in our business. Otherwise, we're still in the pain side and never in the pleasure side. So one of the things I do, I know it's a little corny, but every Christmas I say to myself, is it easier this Christmas for me to buy presents for my children than it was last Christmas? It's a simple little thing. You could run a personal financial statement, you could run a balance sheet, you could meet with your CPA, you could sit down with your wife or your husband, however you want to do it. But give yourself a metrics, a point at which you compare year over year, quarter over quarter, to determine whether or not you're staying out of false positive. In Texas, I love the term we call it, big hat, no cattle, right? All show, no dough.